must have met back in July last year because you said very nicely there's potentially some funding, and you just need to be aware that if you would like it, this is what it has to be. It needs to be able to draw people into Wantage.
Yes.
So at that point, it was like, okay, we did a little bit of a background, and we just realized that, again, similar to what you're saying, there isn't like one, there's a lot of different pieces. Everybody designs them and they all look slightly different. So I didn't have anybody doing any research for me, but what I did do was I used what I know is where a lot of people get their information from, which is the Facebook page, the Wantage and the Grow Facebook page, the Love Wantage website. Went and looked at all the background of it, and basically used a little bit of AI and asked it to spit out what areas that they said we should create flyers for based on what was already on those. Because those are people asking questions. Where can I go for a thing with my children for the day, blah, blah, blah. And those are, if you look at what's on here, I'll explain it. We have walking, we have a cycling one, a cycling and Wantage. I can explain to you a bit about how these were designed. We've got, this one I'm most proud of, which is accessible Wantage. Because there was no, as you said, very little. So all of this, accessible Wantage. We have Pet Friendly Wantage, dog friendliness. We have King Alfred's Wantage, which is probably more the museums in that area, the culture things. Family Fun in Wantage, which is all about parents wanting to, but these are permanent things. These are not one-off like events. So in this it lists Park Run, Junior Park Run. It mentions the Vale, the museum, and then it also mentions the Beacon. So the idea is that these are the permanent things, not one-offs. And then we have walks in Wantage. So purely by good research, let's call it what it is.
Yeah, good conversations, wasn't it?
These were the areas that we put forward to you and said we'd like to create brochures for each of these so that there is some resource for people when they come to Wantage. Now the first thing that you're going to notice is they're all quite similar, not quite bright. The idea behind these is we're hoping at one point maybe to apply for some more funding. I'm going to just put that out there. And what we'd like to do is create these all so that they look like almost like a box of crayons, that they all have different colors. They all have the same design. They all have Wantage in the name because all of these have got a web page that if you scan the back here, it takes you directly to a web page. The web page has got similar information, but the idea is that the web page will be the SEO part of this because these don't help when you have when you're trying to get people to come to a website, but the web page will. So again, each web address for these, if you scan it, says walks in Wantage. So again, if somebody's Googling, I think I want to go for a walk in Wantage, the actual web page for this will come up. So it's two-pronged. It's physical paperwork. At one point, this will be out of date, probably within about a year, and that's a problem with print, isn't it? It goes out of date really quickly. But the web pages on the back will be there as long as we want them, as long as we update them. And I'm a bit like Karen. I feel quite strongly that we have to work very hard to make sure that these are updated so that they don't get out of date.
And we're linking on my website, we're linking to that, and your link is we're linking back.
SEO loves that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Because it says, ooh, that must be a real and genuine thing. So what I would say is that these are not to be comprehensive, as in this is not all of any cycling routes of, there's 3 in here, I think. The idea with all of these is that they draw the eye, they draw the person to it with just enough information to make them want to come. If they want more information, as you were saying, there's just so many, like biking and walking, it's really hard, and I guess maybe at one point, I don't know, there's going to be a whole website part of that website will be devoted to that. I don't know. But even things like walks and Wantage, as you said, how many? 40 something?
40 something, yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. You could go down a rabbit hole and never come out. So again, all we've done is picked a couple, or I think there's 3 different levels that go out and about. The back of them, they all have very similar information. The information just says, come and see us, connect with us, discover historic Wantage. So the idea is that people will pick these up as a series, and that they will go, what